Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Beast Wars The Gathering, issue number 3. Now, as you know, this issue is meant to take during the events of Season 3 and the ending point of Season 2. Now, originally Dreamwave were going to do their own series until their bankruptcy and IDW using the unpublished story with some slight modifications. Now, the cover you have is cover B, with Leo Prime getting into action. And let's get on the story. It starts off how Optimus is now in his Transmetal 2 form, and it's meant to show that, they now are protecting the Ark. And Cheetle, who's meant to be Transmetal, says, "What is it, Big Butt? You're freaking us out here." And Optimus points out that he does feel something strange. And Rhinox mainly says, "Face it, Optimus, after all the changes you've been through recently, changes are you're chasing ghosts." And you've got the other ones in their cloaking devices, with Optimus Minor saying, "Oh, this is so weird. We're here, we're right there, but actually we're somebody else." But he points out, Razorbeast points out that the term is Optimus Minor is displaced, meaning that, they have to remain hidden in that, and they're gonna find the necessary parts in the Ark and not where their temporary base is, due to the fact that they could risk basically screwing up the mission in that. So what's interesting is Transketo and some of the insect Predacons are searching in the swamps for any other Maximals, and suddenly they're attacked by the mutant ones, and they're like, "Retrax, listen up, wherever they are in there with us there." And so they bite off one of their legs, so it's meant to be known as Power Pinch. And Transketo goes after an owl one, who basically sees that it's angry, saying, "Leave us alone! The region is ours! No Predacons! No Maximals! Only mutants!" And so what remains flees off. And what's interesting is Megatron and that find a blank proform, and they basically implant it in and decide to use an old ally who is meant to be Ravage, who's now in a new body. And keep in mind that during the events of Season 2, Ravage's old body was blown up along with his ship. So pretty much the Maximals are gathering up pieces and basically are trying to make a signal flare to contact home. One of them asks where Snarl is, but Snarl points out that, he's managed to find some pieces and find out that Magmatron and his team are heading to where Megatron is. So Megatron pretty much is leading his forces, saying, "Rampage, Inferno, see that the Sentinel compounds are stored securely. The base premiered. Have Tarantulas begin investigation immediately. At once, Loyalty!" And so he sees something going on, and pretty much has to deal with Magmatron, and pretty much points out that he's not impressed, and that the council have sent out another lackey after him. So pretty much Magmatron points out that he hasn't come alone, and they basically tackle him down and transport him away with them. And Inferno's like, "Royalty, we heard royalty!" So what's interesting is that since Snarl points out that, they don't see any downside with Magmatron taking away Megatron, but he points out that it could be a bigger risk due to the fact that he says, "Once there, he can lay the groundwork for his grand group and divert our signal. his ground forces here can pick us off at their league. And including the Maximals like Optimus Primal and that. So they get ready to try and stop Magmatron. So Ravage shows up with some of the other Predacons and says, "You five are my eyes and ears. I want a high altitude fall." And so he sends them all out to find any other Maximals. And pretty much Ramnus and that are waiting for basically Razor Beast and that, but pretty much have to stay hidden. What's interesting is that Ravage leads his troops around the area to find the other Maximals, and Magmatron has planned to send Megatron back to the Predacon Council to be dealt with. So pretty much they do some investigating, and they pretty much need a diversion or mainly something to deal with. And they get their chance with the original Grimlock saying, "Me, Grimlock!" And yeah, this is the story, and the next issue is basically issue 4. So, what I think of issue 3? I think it's definitely not bad. It's interesting that they bring Ravage back and give him a role in basically leading the other Predacons, and I feel like it's interesting to see what happens during the events of Season 2 and 3 off-screen, and I kind of feel we could have had more moments with Megatron and Magmatron. So I think the issue deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.